Yeah, I did it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode. This is episode 283. I am one of your co-hosts, Brian Bacchus.
I'm another, Jamal Smith.
Hey, happy Friday. It's Tony.
And let's get right into it. Tony's limited time offer with us today, so we're going to let her go ahead and take the floor.
What's the limited time offer?
Mm-hmm. I like that. What is that supposed to be? Like a Cubert?
Birds?
It's a little bird or something.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Angry Birds, I think it was. So what did you guys talk about yesterday?
A little of this, a little of that.
Yeah, it was. We talked about, I forgot already. So much going on yesterday. We just kind of focused on wellness and, continuing that, and a lot of interaction from the audience. So we were interacting with the audience, and Camille came on and was popping up some stuff. So it was cool. It was just like a free for all day because I didn't have anybody, and you didn't have anybody for me. So, and I was supposed to have somebody, but life, and I didn't get a chance to actually do a last minute call because every time I got ready to do something else came up. So, and I've been working since 4 a.m. on these filings and stuff for these nonprofits. So I will be all busy all day in this office. So I was letting y'all know where I'll be at.
Righteous.
Okay. So I went to a couple events last night. I'm putting them in the WhatsApp now, some photos. I just put one in there. That was the second event. It's still uploading. But I went to the Jordan Brand Center, which is over by Inglewood High in Inglewood. That event was from 8 to, I think I left there like 10:15. But that was The Sky is Orange. There's a young man named Brandon Palmer.
Yeah, you're orange.
Named Brandon, let me see. Brandon Palmore. They call him BP. And so he's supposed to call me today because he did this. Yeah, the background, that's how it all was. He did a documentary on Altadena, basically. But the lady who was moderating, she called it Altadena one time. And I said, Altadena? And she said, oh, excuse me, Altadena. So the rest of the night, she said it right because you guys know how that gets under my skin. And then, but they kept calling it a city. And I said town, but they kept calling it a city. And he called it a city several times in his documentary. So afterwards, he's the one in the hat. I went up and I met with him. And he was like, I so want to talk to you and need to talk to you. But I told him, I said, you said city several times and Altadena is not a city, sweetheart. I said, I know, if you're from here. He was like, oh, I said, we're an unincorporated town. I said, and when we are talking about, that's Chris Paul and Letitia, I forgot her last name, and then the guy in the middle of Chris Paul and her, he is actually the VP or whatever for the Jordan brand in California. And so I think West Coast, SoCal, whatever. But it was a really good panel. And so basically this guy, Brandon, became part of this group called Find Your People. And he said his background was education. His degree is is in education. But he went to this Find Your People group, and it's about leadership. And he wound up doing this short documentary, short story. So Michelle White was in it, Juicy Little was in it, Brandon Lamar was in it, a few people. His brother, who is the guy that made the hat that says Altadena will rise, and it says January 7, 2025. I forgot his name, but he was sitting over there on the side of us. But it was nice. They showed the short film and they said they want to make it into a feature film. So I told them, I said, if you're going to make this into a feature film, make sure you correct and say the town of Altadena. I said, because what is important about the differentiation is if we were a city and not relying on the county for all of our services and everything, we would have double taxation. We would have county tax plus city tax on top. But then you would either have city fire or city police department and resources like water management and all that. I said, so when we are saying the town of Altadena, because we're unincorporated and under the county, then when philanthropists hear that, it's so important to make sure we're saying the correct language, because when you say we need money, a lot of people are like, well, cities have money, right? They have city coffers and they have this and that. So it's super important. He was like, oh, I didn't think about that. Thank you. He said, can I get your number? I really want to have a conversation. I was like, absolutely. So I said, this is not me being critical. This is just feedback, because you're going to grow into being a filmmaker. And he said, no, I really appreciate it. I said, good. I said, because all of us all of us need feedback if we want to continue to grow daily, right? Mm-hmm. So I said, but wonderful job, so it was very nice. Did I send the other pictures? Oh no, hold on, let me send them. I'm sorry. So that was that event. And a lot of the Altadena people that were there actually took the bus together. I did do a couple of those where you'll see Juicy Little or Michelle White. They went over all the, I'm gonna send you guys a hilarious picture in a second. You guys gonna crack up laughing. But yeah, it was a very nice event, and that is Mrs. Paul, Chris Paul's wife. And so he talked about the family foundation and why it was important to give to Altadena and all of that. And so it was really, really a nice event, definitely a nice event. And Jordan Brands gives money out to, like, this is the Jordan Brand Center, but this particular org is the Black Community. What did it say? Hold on, I'll have to look real quick at this photo. But they gave, and they don't give like a 1-year grant, they give multi-year grants. So that was really important. And they said, there it is, the Black community commitment that they have gave this to the Color Creative. And so she is the head of the Color Creative, and she was just reading off of her cards about, Altadena and Brandon Pomar. They said Issa Rae was there. She didn't ever come out, but she's part of the Color Creative over in Inglewood. So that was event number 2. For me, event number 1, I had to be at, where was it? Where'd I go, you guys? What's that place? Top Golf. Sorry, Top Golf in El Segundo. It was literally stuck right here. It was just stuck. Like, where did I go? Where'd I go? So I had to be at Top Golf in El Segundo at 6 because let me look at this backdrop because I forgot the name of this event. But Under Armour, Coors Light, and Celebrity Sweat Sneaker Ball are the ones that I'm gonna tell you who those people in that picture is. But those are the ones that put this event on. So you guys see Sean Barrymore, standing right behind me, NBA player. But the dude right next to him in the white t-shirt,
Sean Marion.
Thank you. What did I say? Mary Moore
or something.
Marion. I'm telling you, my brain is somewhere else. It's on vacation. This is a Friday. Sean Marion, because I was like, hey, Sean Marion last night, like no problem. And all of a sudden now it's something else. But the guy next to him that he has his hand on his shoulder, I'm sitting there talking and somebody was like, yeah, Jake, we're glad you're here. You're our celebrity, Team Rubicon celebrity. And I'm right across from him. I'm drinking like a Coors Light and he is too. And we're at the table. They had food and hors d'oeuvres and free-flowing liquor and stuff, whatever you wanted. And I was just like, I have a Coors Light. So we're talking and he's like, I said, so are you? I said, oh, he had this green Team Rubicon jacket on. I was like, oh, I need one of those. He was like, yeah, I've been around a long time when we used to have these. I was like, okay. And this girl, Erin, who's if you zoom out, she works for them right there, not behind me, but in the very back. The last girl in the back. Yeah, her. She was like, hey, Antoinette. I was like, hey, Erin. And I was like, have we met? She said, no, but I know you from our TR video, where they followed me after the fires and stuff. I was like, okay. So she said, because you're one of our TR celebrities. I was like, not at all. And so then I'm talking to Jake and I'm like, so.
You don't never accept nothing. You just say, well, thank you. That would have sufficed.
I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a regular person. I don't want to be hyped up by nobody like that. It's not necessary for me.
We're public figures. There's no way around it.
So Jake, I'm talking to, and I'm like, oh, so you got that jacket? You've been around a real long time. He was like, yep. And a couple of them start laughing. I'm like, why y'all laughing? And I said, so are you a celebrity? You a TR celebrity, Jake? Who are you? I said, are you a veteran? He said, yep, a Marine. I said, uh-oh. He said, what? What you got to say? I said, nothing. I said, out of all the branches, I always give props to the Marines because none of us could do anything if it weren't for you all. He said, what branch are you? I said, Air Force. He said, oh, I said, you better not even say it. Like that, right? So we're going back and forth. So I was like, so who are you, Jake? I said, you a celebrity? He said, no. They said, yeah, he's just the founder of TR. I was like, shut the front door. So I had never met him.
Well, that's why he said I've been around a long time.
A long time. So that's our founder, Jake Wood. I was like, wait. When they said it, I was like, wait, you're Jake Wood? Because I know who he is, right? But so he was like, yeah. So we had a blast golfing. I'm not a golfer, never golfed, but had an absolute blast last night.
You didn't break nobody's ankles, did you?
That's the lakes I got 10 minutes. That's the lakes. That's me and Sean. Now, see, I didn't look real short with him, right? But then, like, I'm closer up to his shoulder. But I was at Dwight's elbow. And I said...
It's because Dwight's a 7-footer. Sean is not.
Right. So when Dwight came by, he was like, hey, I was like, hey, I said, I'm at your elbow, right? So if you see, I'm on my tippy toe on one of them. Trying to
that is hilarious. Look at that.
I was trying to stand up a little taller. But the funny picture is when I told him I'm at your elbow, click to the next one. That's what he did. He put his elbow on my head. He was like, oh yeah, let me see. Wow. So we were all laughing, and he was like, "Yep, you're about right." So, so we were just chatting. That's the real funny one. He was like, "Yep, I can just rest my elbow on your head." I was like, "You're not no good." So we were just laughing. This is Jake doing some golfing. There's little clips of all of us, like hilarious stuff. Because he said, "I'm not a golfer either. I'm a Marine," but he got in the center in the green. So I'd never been to Topgolf. My kids go, my nephew goes, a bunch of people. But I tell you, because the closest one to me is us is Ontario. But I think I'm gonna start going because it was a blast. And
oh yeah, it's real fun.
Yeah, it's real fun. And how you try to get in it. So I was like, oh, this was great. This was on a screen. It was some of the, heroes that were there that they were honoring and stuff. Met some of my brothers, Cal Fire brothers were there. And then what's next? Just other pictures or whatever. But that was literally the first event was at the Topgolf down there.
Is that the last one? Hold on, let me see.
Probably. That's okay if it ain't. Yeah, that's all of us. Oh no, there were some videos I put in there and I did some auctions. They had amazing auction stuff that we could bid on, and then when it's all over we'll be notified. I bid on 3 things, you guys. 2 of them were like $375 and one was $1,200.
You see Tony like, swing. Here we go.
Oh god, that was hilarious, you guys. Because I'm not a golfer and I didn't have
you hit it.
No, I did not. Oh, that one I did.
You did hit it.
Went over to the side. But it was hilarious. We had so much fun. And that's Lily. Lily and I did the NCIS taping a few months ago together, and she did.
Wow, she whacked it.
But then I found out because somebody just handed me that wedge or whatever. Then I found this big driver that and they have one for tall, so I started using that. Once I started using the driver, I was killing it. They gave each of us a pair of those shoes and a pair of socks. We just had to get in the line. We said our size and they gave us a bag with them in it. And then Yeah, that's what it was. A sneaker ball, whatever, whatever. Now, if you see, I'm wearing my TR gray shirt and my TR hat. I put it on over my clothes because for the second event, we had to wear Nike or Jordan stuff because it was the Jordan brand thing. So I had Nike stuff on. So I was like, well, I'll just put this on top. I got one of those little basketballs and Sean signed it. And then that's Lily. And then there were like auction, these like a Shohei thing and a Kobe thing and all these, I guess, replica, pennant rings or what is it? Not World Series. What is it? Basketball championship. You guys know I'm not a basketball fan, but World Series is baseball. Super Bowl is football. What is it in basketball?
It's the World Championship.
Okay. Yeah. So all this stuff that you can bid on for the auction. I bid on 3 different things like I got some money. And I was like, when I was writing my name on it, I was like, please let somebody else win. Please let. Because I did 2 at $375 and 1 at $1,200. And I was like, it's $2,000 if I actually win. So I was like, please let somebody else win. So they'll call or email, whoever wins it, whatever, it's over. I'm assuming this is going to go on for the whole All-Star weekend, but that's what that was.
Probably.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was nice. So those were my 2 events. I got 5 more minutes before my meeting, but that was it. So Brian, I did what you said. You said take pictures and videos. And I made sure this time to have my camera out and ready because I always go, okay, I will. And then I forget. And I made sure my phone was clear enough to have some space for pictures and videos.
You know what they say? If you didn't take any pictures, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. I wasn't there, huh? So both those events were really, really nice. And and I got home, cool. I think 11 something. And I was like, hey, I'm acting like I'm younger again, going out on a weeknight, doing something.
Drinking Coors Light and everything.
I know. Yeah, Coors Light of all beers.
Well, because I love beer.
They were sponsoring it, right?
Well, yeah, they were. But the thing about it was also I was by myself and I knew I was going to another event. And so in a short amount of time, if I drank, I didn't want to be tipsy. So I was like, I'll do a Coors Light. Because they had margaritas, they had liquor, whatever you wanted, you can get for no cost. And I was like, nope, I'll get some water. And then they had the Coors Light. I was like, okay, just give me a cup of ice and I'll put some Coors Light in it. So I did that. And, but it was cool. Yeah.
Well, the cool thing is you didn't have to go far between the 2 spots. I mean, they're fairly close to each other.
Yeah, it was like 8 minutes, 9 minutes from.
Oh, dang, they were super close.
Yeah, the lakes at El Segundo, the Top Golf, went right up to the 105, got on it to the 405, got off on Manchester, and I was right there.
You technically didn't even have to get on the freeway. You could have drove straight up Sapone and made a right on
Manchester. Yeah, but I didn't want to. I was like, let me do it the quicker way. Right. At that time, it wasn't a lot of people on the freeway.
Oh, wait, this was during the week, right?
Yeah. Last night, it was 8 o'clock. Yeah, it was 8 o'clock, so it wasn't bad. So I was like, I'll just do that real quick. Got there, had to park about 4 blocks away from the event center, which was fine. It was on La Brea and whatever, and then was right there, and then got back on the freeway and came home. So, but both events were very nice. I look forward to meeting with this young man, Brandon Palmar. He did an excellent job on capturing people and things from Pasadena. So he had Pastor Kennebrew, the one over at Pasadena Church.
Lucius?
No, the one at Pasadena Church. But anyway, he I forgot his name all of a sudden, and I don't know why, because he doesn't even call himself the pastor. He calls himself the head coach. He's like, I'm the head coach of Pasadena Church, which I think is super dope. Yeah, but cool. Him, Brandon Lamar, these are people he highlighted. Juicy, Crystal Lopez, Michelle White, different people. So it was super cool. So that's it.
That's really cool. I'm glad you were able to do that.
Yeah, it was nice. I got 10:35. Okay, I got 7 minutes. I thought I had to get in my meeting at exactly 10:30, but it's 10:35. So yeah, they were good. Anywho, it looks like it's a nice day outside today. Do you know, even though the sun was out yesterday, it only got to about 60 something. It was very chilly outside yesterday.
Yeah, I was wearing a jacket.
Yeah, today's supposed to be 71, and then I think the rain comes back Sunday. But I went out yesterday, and I was like, oh, It's not warm at all. It was like 60 degrees.
Yeah, it was a trick. It looked hot.
Yeah, it was pretty. So, anywho, I like this.
Well, I think we should just go right into the announcements.
I can do that.
Yep. And if I have to pop off before they're over, I'll say toodaloo, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Word up. All right, here we go. Again, today we're doing
bird.
Huh?
You need to keep that little bird.
It's there. It's there to stay. Especially for Friday. I sent that to my mom today too. I think she got a kick out of it. So yeah, I'm doing the whole thing today because there is a kind of a change to one of the things that we talk about, a big change actually. So we do have the Altadena Community Center where you can get in-person help with essential services for the 2025 fires. This is kind of the beginning stage or where you start when you want to move forward. This Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the location is 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. We also have the LA County One-Stop Permit Center located at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210 in Altadena. They have walk-in hours Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And you can also set up rebuild consultation appointments as an individual or a small group on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. or Saturdays from 8 to noon. You can also set up a special Southern California Edison planner appointment Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to noon. You would actually go set these up by going to recovery.lacounty.gov/rebuilding/1-stop-permit-centers. And then as a reminder, the in-person SBA assistance has returned to the Eaton Fire Collaborative at 540 West Woodbury Road in Altadena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., as well as the Ronald Reagan Palisades Post 283 at 15247 La Cruz Drive in Pacific Palisades from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And then the county's waiving or refunding permit fees for homeowners rebuilding after the fires. If your homeowner is already paid, you could potentially have your funds refunded. And if you have yet to pay, you can potentially have them waived. You must qualify by demonstrating that you both owned and lived in your property prior to the 7th of January of 2025. Also, you must be working on an eligible project, such as an obvious one, which is the replacement of your single-family home, which was destroyed by either fire, including accessory structures like an ADU, a garage, or a pool, etc. Also, if you're building a standalone ADU for temporary occupancy during the rebuild, that works as well. What's not eligible, though, are commercial, rental, multifamily, or temporary housing projects, or any properties that were not damaged by the fires. Now, to get your fee waiver or refund, you do have to fill out a form, and you can do so by going to recovery.lacounty.gov/fee-waivers-and-refunds, or just scan the QR code on the screen. Once you filled it out, you can print up a copy and walk it into either the Altadena Community Center or the One-Stop Permit Center, or you can add it to an email as an attachment and send that to recovery@planning.lacounty.gov. And you only need one form to cover all departments. Here's the one that has the big change, the Calasis Mortgage Fund. It used to be 3 months up to $10,000. Now they've extended it as of yesterday to 12 months of mortgage payments up to a maximum of $100,000. These still don't have to be repaid if you get the grant, and it is still paid directly to your mortgage servicer. Couple changes in the eligibility requirements, or actually only one really. The primary residence must have been destroyed or considered uninhabitable due to either of the fires or any other qualified disaster from the 1st of January of 23 through the 8th of January of 25. You also must have owned and occupied your home, and it could have up to 4 units on the property. And there's a new income limit for our county. It's $281,400. I did post on our group page and Facebook a document that shows all the different requirements or income limits for the different counties, but for us it's 281,400. And you still have to be prepared to provide your mortgage statements, your bank statements, utility bills, homeowners insurance, or FEMA claim, as well as your proof of income. And you would still go to calisismortgagefund.org. At the top of the page, there's a menu bar that says apply. Go ahead and click on that, and you can walk through the steps for the application process. And if you need help over the phone, you can call 800-501-0019 Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the in-person assistance is still available at the One Stop Rebuild Center at 1828 Sawtell Boulevard in LA, as well as the Altadena Community Center at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. Excuse me. These are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Now, the emergency rent relief application process, as we had indicated, opened on the 9th, which was this past Monday. It is providing up to 6 months of past due rent, mortgage-related hardship assistance, as well as eligible utility costs. And this is going to be an amount of $15,000 per unit. What's unique now is that tenants can now apply directly. Landlords can still apply, and the website is lacountyrentrelief.com. One thing to note, though, is the application deadline is going to be March 11th at 4:59 p.m. The Altadena Chamber of Commerce and Civic Association is now accepting applications through the 16th of February for the Shop Local $500 gift card grant program. It's open to all Altadena residents that were directly impacted by the Eden fires. Previous applicants and awardees are eligible to apply, and this gift card can be used only at participating stores that are listed at the following website, shoplocal.la/recover-local. Now, to apply, you can scan the QR code or simply go to altadenachamber.org. My Tribe Rise still has their Adopt a Survivor matching fund drive, where they're trying to raise an additional $500,000 to reach their goal of $1 million, where they're going to provide bridge funding for rent and mortgage coverage for up to 50 families. If you're capable, please donate by scanning the QR code in the upper left of this screen. The Free Farmers Market is happening today from 5 p.m. to 6:30 or until supplies last. It's at 3541 Brandon Street in Pasadena. It's put on by Together We Thrive nonprofit organization. And they've been doing this for quite some time. So please check this out if you're interested. Dena Relief Drive's main hub at the Pasadena Church, which is located at 425 Sierra Madre Villa Avenue, is still having their drive from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. each Saturday. And they do need volunteers. So if you're interested in volunteering, please scan the QR code. Dena Heals does have their free yoga guided by Yancey Cummins happening tomorrow. Doors open at 9 a.m. with the class beginning at 9:15. It allows you to unwind and ground with a gentle breath-led practice designed to move with intention. The location is the Paseo Outdoor Mall at 300 East Colorado Boulevard, Suite 151 in Pasadena. And to register, please go to bit.ly/D as in Dena, H as in heels, -yoga. And then tomorrow, also from 8 a.m. until 10, is the Altadena Cars and Coffee event. This is their close to 50th event. They've happened every Saturdays at 749 East Altadena Drive. They say it's at the Bulgarini. It is the parking lot where Rite Aid used to be. So check that out if you can. And as I mentioned,
was that their 50th?
I think it's close to 50. If it's not their 50th, it's like 49th or.
No, 49 was last week. So this
well,
is
then yes,
50th.
this would be 50th. Absolutely.
I'll be there tomorrow morning. I'll interview the founder. for our show on Monday.
Cool. And then this is the first time Homebuyers Workshop that I mentioned yesterday. It's not specific to Altadena. However, there may be some folks who may be first-time homebuyers and might be able to take advantage of this. It is at Chaffey College, and some of the presenters are actually going to be Chaffey Federal Credit Union, Susie Dunkel Soto Realtor, California Housing Finance Agency, Neighborhood Partnership Housing Services. So the presenters are going to go over the beginning steps, including financing options, credit scores, saving and paying down debt. Senator staff will be on site to provide legislative resources and answer any questions related to the casework. So again, this is tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. It is, as Brian had indicated, at Chaffey College. The address is 5885 Haven Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga. It is going to be the Center of the Arts. Looks like the A building or Section A. There will be free parking available at the North Parking Lot 4 off of Wilson Avenue. And the RSVP, you want to go to senate.ca.gov/7836/homebuyers, all in uppercase. Then Juicy Little Society presents their annual Galentine party. It is an all-girls party centered around self-love, sisterhood, and simply being a girl for those impacted, young ladies impacted ages 7 to 21. It is tomorrow, and you do have to RSVP. I checked before the show. They are still accepting RSVPs, so you can scan the QR code. Once you do so and register, you will then be provided with the Altadena address for where this will take place. And there will be multiple things happening like smoothie workshops, makeup and nail stations, food, snacks, and desserts, special gifts, raffles, and much more. So definitely check this out. We know Juicy Little does a lot for the town.
Mm-hmm.
And then as let me bring this other thing up. Sorry, hold on 1 minute. Okay, here we go. All right, so we have an event happening also tomorrow from 4:30 to 7:30 called the Tune Light and Sound Art Exhibit. It is so basically they're asking that you come and gather for a free all ages light and sound art activation on Valentine's Day. It's taking place at Loma Alta Park, which is 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena, and it should be, a very interesting installment. It should be a nice exhibit. Then Altadena Walk Club is having their first walk of the year. It'll be this Sunday, February 15th, where they're going to gather at 9:30 at Unincorporated Coffee, which is at 3045 Lincoln Avenue. And this is for all ages and fitness levels. It'll be a light walk with neighbors, followed by coffee. And then GER or GER and certified wildfire mitigation specialists are introducing accessible home hardening upgrades to boost your home's wildfire resistance. They're having an event on this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the Collaboratory, which is at 540 West Woodbury Road in Altadena, where it's going to include demo of non-combustible materials, information on how to negotiate insurance premiums, a free home ignition zero evaluation valued at over $400, as well as introduction to local job center where you can hire experienced laborers to harden your home. And this is that one where I had to do this last time. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, y'all. Where is it?
Please stand by. We are experiencing nothing.
Oh, here we go.
To alarm you.
So to register, you want to go to bit.ly/capital G, capital E, capital R, the number 3-HH, as in Harry. And then if you have questions,
wait.
if you have questions, you can go to wildfire.recovery@ger3.org. You need me to what?
I need you to repeat that so I can put it back. Put it on the screen. No one's going to remember that. Oh, there it is. GR3. Is that -HH?
Yes, as in Harry.
Is that right there?
That's what it looks like. Yes, sir.
That way, because you can barely even see that on that register now.
I know. That's why I had to pause and go to the thing so I could zoom in, because you can't zoom in on this.
Well, it's permanently there now, so we can pop it up.
Thank you, kind sir. And then this next Wednesday on the 18th from 7 to 8 p.m. is a live free webinar called Taxes and Your Recovery, where you can discuss, where you can learn what you must report, what you can exclude, and how to avoid unintended tax consequences. It's for Eden Fire, Palisades, and Malibu survivors. You can scan the QR code to register or go to EF as in Eaton Fire survivors.net/events. Okay, hold on a sec. I know I had one more thing I wanted to back up. And there we go. Here we go.
Here we.
Yep. Harry. So there's the Stronger Together Solution Summit, where there's going to be education, rebuilding, and community happening on the 21st of February at the Pasadena Convention Center from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's a one-day summit bringing residents and businesses, builders, education, founders, funders, and government leaders together to share clear information, real resources, and next steps after the fire. You can scan the QR code in the bottom left to get more details, and scan the QR code on the bottom right to actually register. And then lastly, we have the Grief Party. It's a grief and loss vision board experience where you'll be able to receive support and healing as you gain tools to embrace the pain, honor the loss, and live intentionally, giving your grief a place to live and not hurt. It's taking place February 28th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. At Deliverance Tabernacle Church, located at 1299 Sunset Avenue in Pasadena. And it's being hosted and run by Dr. Tamitra Clark. To register, you want to call 626-328-7794. And to be a sponsor, you can Zelle donations to 626-399-6784. Now, just so you know, there is a $100 fee, which will include the vision board, supplies, facilitation, support, and light snacks. And there is a little note here. Financial support to attend workshop may be available. Don't be discouraged by the fee. Your healing is worth it. And we know that Dr. Tamitra Clark, as Marcus says, she brings it. So she's going to definitely help and be of value to you. So definitely participate in this event to get the assistance that you need, the healing that you need. With that, I bring Brian back because Tony had to leave. Muted.
She promised you would say toodaloo. She did not.
Uh-oh.
We were waiting.
She probably threw out the deuces.
I didn't even see her in the thing. I looked up and she wasn't there anymore.
Right. Well, she did tell us she had to go. But as usual, at the end of the week, there's a lot of stuff happening on the weekend. It always kind of builds up by the end of the week. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm glad at least somebody got to go to an NBA All-Star Weekend event because I don't think I'm going to be able to go to any of them. The funny thing is, though, I've done almost 3 NBA All-Star Weekends.
Yeah.
Remember, we had one we were going to do in 2004, I think it was.
Is that before the Vegas one?
Yeah, because the Vegas one was 2007. Remember, that's when we were meeting at my client's office up on Sunset in the big.
I remember. I just thought it was after that. I thought it was after Vegas for some reason.
No, if it was after Vegas, I would have had the money.
That would have been so fun. I still want to do one. That's the one.
I do too, but I didn't realize, I have plans to do one this year.
Mm-hmm.
However, the fire happened last year, and that just stopped me from thinking about doing any of that.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah. In fact, I'm catching up with a lot of my clients and corresponding with them because the year of 2025, they understood, right?
Sure.
And now I'm back on the block.
Yeah, there was a lot of grace.
Yeah, I have to appreciate them. Excuse me, but it was a lot, and I didn't think that I was ready to deal with it. But now that everything has calmed down and I'm back into getting the business consulting stuff going again, it's actually putting me back into my routine of things. So
cool. Well, I'm glad you're going to go to the Cars and Coffee thing on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get there at 8:00 this time because if you actually, I have some pictures and the chip is in there. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick. Because I was there. I can't even think right now. My head is like foggy. But yeah, I'm just like all over the place. But yeah, I went to. It was a good time. It was. They had a what do you call it? Mini Cooper Club. That was. Yeah, here we go. Let me open this up to the thing and share this with you all real quick before we get up out of here. Just trying to hurry and get over to the screen. Okay, can you see it now? Oh, you got to remove yours.
Yep, hold on. Remove yours and then add it back to the stage. There we go. Whoa, look at those.
Yeah, that's a really... That's really nice trucks up there. I try to get, just the trucks. This guy on the right, he decided he wanted to park his truck right there. So, whatever. Now, this guy's got 2 license plates. The real one's on the left, and the other one is like
original one.
No, that's too many letters. That's like, and you only get 7. So that one's like 5, 9. I think you just put that on there for the show. There's the Mini Cooper row right there. That was actually a pretty good picture with the backdrop. The only thing that's messing it up is they're doing some construction, so those wood trucks with the wood on them are in the background. But other than that, so trying to get, and then when they left, it so reminded me when I used to be with the Mazda Mini Truck Club in Doherty, like when I was 85. In 85, I didn't have a truck. I always rode with my friend Robbie, and we would drive from Doherty. We'd meet at Buena Vista and Huntington, and drive all the way down Huntington till we got to Azusa. And then we go all the way down Azusa, and then we get to the La Puente Hills Mall, and everybody would park. And yeah, it was cool. I didn't have nothing to do. He goes, "Hey, you want to roll out? Hey, go. I don't want to stay in Doherty. Let's go." This guy, he was in a class by himself.
That's like
he brought it dirty. He was just
like a dune buggy mini. Like he just got off the road and said, "Oh, let me get some coffee."
I mean, lights is all popped out. Look at this one right here. He didn't care. He's gonna show you. Look, the front is gone. The radiator's muddy. Everything. And then we get into I used to love Firebirds.
Muscle cars, boy.
Oh man, them tires, fresh meat, baby. Fresh meat. Okay, and these are the car enthusiasts that were trying to get me to pay them to take their pictures.
Can you zoom in? Can you see who's the dude with the hat on backwards? Oh no, that's not Juju. Okay.
Him?
Yeah. I thought that was Frank Beatty. from a distance, it looked like him.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. So I had him. This was his bug. I told him, hey, be proud of your car. Go stand by it. So there you go.
You look like, okay, man, I will.
Right. I do it. I'll take ownership.
Yeah, you gotta be proud of it. Don't bring it otherwise.
Man, the
Is that a
Pontiac
Firebird?
Trans Am,
Yeah.
baby. That's the Trans Am. Don't get me started with the RX-7.
Oh man,
I used to love that car. I remember Tasalta had a yellow one. I think he's the only one in town that had a RX-7. And then there's Jeep Rubicon.
the Jeeps.
That's what I always tell Tony. I said, that's the only thing I think of when I hear Team Rubicon.
Mm-hmm.
The little red express. That's a cool truck, though. It looked clean, man. Look at those tires. They look like they just put them on there.
So which one was this? How long ago was this? This was last
This
week?
was last week.
Okay.
Yeah, it was last week. But I got there a little late, so I was trying to hurry up and take pictures without the gaps.
Is that a Mustang?
Yeah, it was. He had a 4-cylinder inline engine that sounded like it was an 8-cylinder. I wish I would have recorded it.
Damn. I always
But-
wanted a 65.
Yeah, that bad boy was nice.
Yeah, that was, those engines where you can actually work on them.
Right, you can get your hands in there.
Yeah. Nowadays.
I've had the Model T up in the house.
That's fresh.
Night Flyers. I forgot what kind of car. Is it a Chevelle or a Nova or something like that? I know his engine was like roaring, boy. He was over there like, oh, I had to get the Volkswagen bus. That was clean. The glass house.
Mm-hmm.
With the front opening windows. You got to keep this in the garage.
That is so nice.
These cars are the easiest to steal. So you got to keep your
but it's
eye
like,
on them.
unless you're taking it to chop it up, you can't get away with stealing that. It's not like it's going to blend in.
I know you are going to take it to chop it up. You're gonna
Everybody's
take
going to
those
see
panels
it.
up. You might even take it to paint it.
Everybody's going to see that.
Oh, my favorite car back in '92, the Acura
Oh,
Legend.
Integra? Oh, it's a Legend.
Yeah,
I heard they were
that's
bringing
Legend.
those back.
That bad boy was, but the only reason I didn't like it, front wheel drive. Didn't like front wheel drive. Another guy had my other favorite car. Okay, which one of these does not belong? Which one of these does not belong? Just gonna park wherever, dummy.
Right.
Don't park your car right there and say, "Oh, that's reserved for minis." That one's clean. They always remind me of a speed buggy.
Mm-hmm.
I took a picture of this guy's car because it was just nice. But the one next to it, that Lexus, oh God. After I took the picture, I just sat there and stared at it. And you know why? I've had 3 of those. I love that car. That car is the cleanest car. That car was $80,000 when it first came out in '92.
Right.
You believe that? Now you can buy those for like $1,500. It's crazy.
Damn.
There's Hippo's 510.
510.
Yeah, I was talking to Hippo. He was cool. That's Hippo right there. He's chilling. I told him, I said, you let your kids eat in your car, man? That's blasphemy. Yeah, but that's clean. I remember I was telling him about how I used to take Rodney King's 810 while he was working at McDonald's as a manager. He said, man, make sure you're here at 11:15, man. Don't make me have to wait. Have to be looking for you. I'm like, how could you look for me? It's not like we had internet.
Right. So they're talking about there are talks about bringing the Acura Legend back.
I don't know why they even took them away.
As an EV.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that
probably don't have the same. They probably do not have the same factory to make those, as they always enhance every time they change their car.
Mm-hmm.
This 240. Oh man, that bad boy's clean, and I know it's fast.
Yeah,
Look like he got the Epsilons on them. Epsilon. So you see how as I'm starting to take pictures, there's gaps in the thing.
Yeah, people laugh.
So, but I tried to kind of do it to where you couldn't really tell. You wouldn't have probably been able to tell if I hadn't said anything.
No, I wouldn't even.
Now, my mom had one of these, but it was a
What the hell is that?
2-door. That's an Impala. Chevy Impala.
I couldn't even.
I think it's like a 71 or something like that, 72. But she sold it to this Hispanic guy for $300. And this dude came back, brought it back, and it was hydraulics. The interior was done. And I was looking at her going, why you sell my car like that? I didn't want her to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to keep it so that, because, you know, I live behind the Davises, and E.T. was going to help me fix that car up, you know, like he be doing his. So that's Sutan's truck. He's selling it for $40,000. It's souped up, as you can tell.
I could never buy a truck like that. I gotta have a crew cab, something so I can lean the seat back.
Yeah, because you ain't got no room back here to lean back at all.
Them old school trucks.
Yeah. You need them XTs.
Like whenever I have to like rent a U-Haul or whatever, it's so uncomfortable because you can only go so far back.
Oh, I know.
My big ass is in there like, oh.
And I think this is the last picture. I had to take a picture of the mopeds.
That's cool the way they got the helmets on there.
I had one of these. I used to love my moped. It's a moped.
I know. What brand? I don't even recognize.
It's Honda. Here, let me zoom in so you can read. See the engine? Honda.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
I love that. I used to have one of them, and you could, except these, that's not even a moped. That's actually a motorcycle, because a moped would have pedals. So this is actual, like right after, the next level up from moped. My bad. Mm-hmm. And don't forget Code Ninjas in the background. If you have kids that you want to, get smart, take them to Code Ninjas. And I think that's it for those pictures. And that almost took us off the hour.
Yeah, 8 more minutes. Well, it's a long weekend. So in addition to all those other things happening, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. It's President's Day on Monday, so everybody gets that. A lot of people get the extra day. I won't say everybody. So I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and take advantage, because the rain is coming back on Sunday.
Blame it on the rain. Yeah.
It's gonna be nice though up until then.
That's cool beats. Let's see. We got Sherry Moore has joined the Classic Ash. We got Martha Gonzalez, 3517, and Altadena Conservation is joined. Welcome
all. Thank you for joining.
We also had a couple of comments from LinkedIn that I popped up too. So,
I saw those.
Well, welcome LinkedIn watchers, and we will see you all Monday.
Oh,
bye.
You popped on to say goodbye.
I did. Have a good holiday weekend, everyone.
Deuces.